How are you tonight there, Mark?
Doing pretty well, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. We didn't miss much here. Just a face-off, and that's about it.
Face-off, not too much in terms of action. There's a shot coming in by Brad Cree. It's going to be steered away by Riley Hutchcraft, the starting netminder for Brooklyn, who just re-upped with Rochester, of the NLL for a couple of seasons.
Yeah, well deserved, that's for sure.
That one goes right into the breadbasket, and it's in! It's squeaks by Hutchcraft, and Six Nations takes the early 1-0 lead.
Sam Leclerc with that one, he ripped that one from outside, and that one just exactly how you described it, Mark. He just kind of squibbed right in on Hutchcraft, and nothing you can do about that one. That's a tough one for your first shot of the game, but there it is. They couldn't quite squeeze the apple enough there. We've got ourselves a 1-0 lead for the Six Nations Chiefs, and down the other end we've got Dougie Jamieson, who's kind of made his return back to the Chiefs net after a little bit of an upper body injury. Has kind of left him on the bench, and of course Warren Hill playing fantastic in his 1A 1B, as they'd like to call it, between the pegs for the Chiefs.
Here's Silver coming in, makes a move left and right. Good save by Hutchcraft, and Brooklyn will pick the ball up. Ball over, almost taking it there with number 71, Jake Darlison. Bomberry was knocked down. Now a quick up here for Fennell. Fennell shot right into the crest. Hutchcraft with the save, just putting his body in front of it.
Chiefs coming out quick tonight.
Owen Tapper getting taken off the ball. They're trying to get it loose. Can't do it. Tapper is able to pick it up. Tapper, number 8, wearing the blue helmet. Ball gets knocked loose. Tapper and Brian Cole were into it there against the boards, and Lyle Thompson will bring the ball up. Passes it over. Almost got the backhand pass there. Randy Stotts is able to get it back. Claire. Over for Sundown. Sundown inside. Jamieson shot, and another save, but the rebound's picked up, and another save down low by Hutchcraft.
Hutchcraft had to be sharp on that one, as the Chiefs were just buzzing, getting that loose ball right in front of the net. That was just a beautiful save by Hutchcraft.
Up here is number 15, takes a shot, and that's going to be saved by Doug Jamieson. We don't actually have number 15 on our scorecard here. We'll do our best to try and figure out who that is. Meantime, there's a shot, and he scores the other way. Looks like that is Brendan Bomberry getting in on the act and make it 2-0.
Brendan Bomberry just sitting on the corner there all alone. Nothing really out of the ordinary. He's all alone, but when you've got that much space, he had a good eye on where he wanted to track that ball. That's just a quick shot, quick stick. That one beat Hutchcraft. That's another tough one.
Again, Six Nations 10-2 on this regular season. Brooklyn 6-5. Six Nations looking to put some more space between them and Peterborough atop the MSL standings. Here's Jamieson on the near side. Still with it. Passed up for Thompson. Thompson works the perimeter to the far side for Leclerc. Leclerc, penalty coming up here against Brooklyn. Shot taken by Jamieson. The whistle's gonna go. Dougie Jamieson was going to the bench as Six Nations was controlling the ball in the offensive zone. The penalty box for the Six Nations Chiefs is open, though. Looks like it is, yeah, indeed. Cody Jamieson will be the one getting the gate here, so it's actually going to be a Brooklyn power play.
Dougie just wanted a drink of water, I think.
So. Picked up by Pfeiffer. Brooklyn moves the ball around. Pfeiffer back over.
A lot of offensive weapons on this Brooklin Lacrosse Club team.
Braden Kiernan, number 83. That pass was coming to the near side for Jack Boyden, and another save by Jamieson. Six Nations moves up with it. Cree getting pestered there by Creaser. He's able to get it ahead. Now Bomberry dances in. Bomberry on the far side, and he'll just get it back to Bell as the Chiefs look to just kill off some time here. 5 on the shot clock. Scanlon trying to keep the ball. Can't get the shot away in time, though, and he's just going to put it deep into Brooklyn territory.
And like I was saying, the Brooklyn Lacrosse Club has a lot of offensive weapons here. Of course, at the top of the list, Connor Kiernan, Brady Kiernan leading the way for them. And of course, Luke Pilcher, who's had a fantastic season for BLC. He's had 10 goals, 16 assists in 10 games. And then, of course, there's Zach Kerrigan, who is near the top of the BLC scoring table, but he's also one of the leading scorers for the Brooklyn Merchants senior B team. So he's seeing double duty, and he's playing a lot of lacrosse at a really high level.
We got to figure out who that number 15 is, because he has been quite the player here so far. Tried a backhand shot there on the near side, but Doug Jamieson was able to make the save. On the roster for Brooklyn, on the website, it has Johnny LeClaire and Ryan Keenan. It's one of those two. Could be somebody else, we don't know, but there's a shot, he scores! Good play there, and Sam LeClaire gets up on board. A shorty for Six Nations, make it 3-0.
Sam LeClaire striking again, this time with the quick stick. That was just a fantastic play. It was almost a lot like the Brendan Bomberry goal, except Sam LeClaire was cutting down to the side here. As he's cutting here, see here the two-man play. There's the cut. Sam LeClaire with a nice quick stick goal. And we've got ourselves a 3-0 lead for the Six Nations Chiefs. And with Cody Jamieson in the penalty box with 22 seconds to go in that penalty.
Sam LeClaire's had some success against Brooklyn this year. The last meeting, July 5th in Brooklyn, it was a 9-7 Six Nations victory. Sam LeClaire had a hat trick in that game. And the Chiefs, late in the penalty kill here, holding on to the ball. Looks like they're going to be able to just bring it to 5 aside and have possession in the offensive zone. Scanlon getting pestered there again. Up for Bomberry. Over for Stotts, and that one's just picked off. Up the other way go Jacob Saunders, number 45. He passed it over. Looking for some room was Kiernan, and he got the shot away, but
it's a nice hustle play by David Brock.
Knocked it loose. Now, Eric Fennell got into a first period scrap last week. There's a shot. That one's saved by Hutchcraft.
You call that the Gordie Howe first period? Or Gordie Howe period? He got a goal and assist in the fight, I think.
I believe so. Stop there as the Chiefs continue to just hold on to possession. Good job here. Not too much traffic in front of Dougie Jamieson here so far, other than the odd chance or two.
That's what we call a good power or a penalty kill, that's for sure.
Carter McKenzie, number 10 on the near side. McKenzie holding on to it. Feathered it over for Pfeiffer. Kiernan inside. And that's going to go off of the Six Nations player, and it's going to be Brooklyn ball. Kiernan flips it over. It's Kerrigan. Kerrigan with it again. That's Brady Kiernan, rather. Devin Pfeiffer. Tried the bounce pass, but it's going to go all the way to center, and good keep in there by Brady Kiernan.
Well, nice.
Now the backhand shot with the shot clock almost expiring.
Really great communication, the Six Nations Chiefs defense there. They weren't letting BLC get in anywhere, but you could see the communication with it between the players, and they're switching over, matching up. Great defense, great communication. That's key to the defense there.
So a whistle goes, and they're pointing to the Six Nations bench. I believe they're taking a timeout as the Chiefs were trying to move up the floor here. And it looks like John Tavares wants to draw something up for his squad.
I guess no sense in losing your timeout. Do it a little bit early. It's been a fast pace so far, Mark, on this one, that's for sure.
Gives your guys a bit of a rest. It gives your goaltender a bit of a rest where he can take some water.
Again, it's one of those things, like I said, in that last BLC set, the Six Nations Chiefs did a really great job of communicating. They're really talking right now, and talking to Dwayne Jacobs after last week's game against Peterborough. It was a big statement win against the Peterborough Lakers. That was the big feeling in the dressing room. But they were really impressed with the defense and how things have just started to really click. And we were talking about it all season long, but a lot of different moving parts with players coming in and out just because of the Worlds and acquisitions and whatnot. But things are really starting to jam together, or just gel together. They're very happy with that right now.
See what was drawn up there. Looks like Larson Sundown's going to start with the ball here on his own side of center. Passes it into the zone. Just over 13 minutes left in the opening frame. 3-0 for the Chiefs, and almost making it 4-0 there was Lyle Thompson with some speed now. Comes Jake Stevens. Stevens, a couple of fakes, and he's just going to leave it back here. Parker Pfeiffer. The Rochester Nighthawks in the NLL. Pfeiffer, inside shot, scores. That was a beauty. Taking the pass there and scoring. It's number 9 on our scorecards, who we also don't have
It was
on
a
our
pretty
sheet.
goal. Whoever it was that was a pretty goal. And we hear it. Look at that. Just taking the pass all the way down. That's just beautiful. Gotta love the offensive flair in this. Both teams kind of showing off that flair. That, you know, you get those goalies, you just gutting it through the goalie, but these ones are pretty.
Well, it's too bad we can't give the proper player his due by saying his name after scoring a goal, but we'll figure it out who it is in due time. Nonetheless, it's 3-1. Brooklyn has gotten on the board.
Try and listen to the announcement here.
This will be picked up, and losing his footing there was Mike Byrne.
Our regular announcer, Stephanie McDonald, she's not here tonight. She's sick, so probably watching the game. Hopefully she's getting better. Get better there, Stephanie.
Cody Jamieson tries to come out from the boards, but the whistle's going to go. And Cody Jamieson is talking with the official. I think Jamieson's going to get the gate again. I believe it was on the pick play coming off from the boards.
Almost like a moving pick almost, but then they would have called that a cross check, I guess. Oh, that was Fennell getting the gate there, and it almost looked like Jammer was the one that got it. He had the big smile on his face. He's like, what are you talking about here?
Well, Jamieson was the one with possession moving off from the board, so I think it was Fennell in there that made that extra whack to allow Jamieson to get loose. Back pass over. Inside, outside, and he's going to step in the crease. Goes Devin Pfeiffer.
That's what happened.
Brendan Bomberry on the rush. He's content to just hold on to the ball, leave it back here for Larson Sundown.
That's what happens when you have that big purple crease mark. No when the foot's in there, that's for sure, unless you've got purple shoes.
It's as obvious as anything out there. Good move by Thompson. Stutter steps over. Shot by Scanlon. He scores. 4-1. Another shorty for the Chiefs.
At this pace, Six Nations Chiefs want to play shorthanded the rest of the night. That's the second goal of the game. But Charlie Scanlon kind of just doing his thing. Nice feed from Lyle.
And it looks
That's
like
just a heavy
he just
shot.
put it right through Hutchcraft.
That was just brute force. But you know what, though? He used the defender as a screen. That's a really great shot by Charlie Scanlon. He recognizes the matchup, and he knows the defender's coming right at him. So he's just going to get rid of that thing as soon as he gets the ball. And that's exactly what he did. And he had the defender used as a screen, and we've said it time and time again, where just that split second, you know what I mean, where the goalie can't recognize where that ball's coming from. You see how fast these guys shoot. So, you know, just that split second is all they need.
Scanlon, the only player on the Chiefs roster tonight who did not play a game in the NLL this season.
That's crazy.
Everybody else has at least one game in the league this year. How That one's shot through by Randy Stott. It was blocked in front.
What are the chances of that changing? I'm thinking that will. He's been fantastic.
He has
so far this summer. He's been not necessarily a surprise. They knew he had that grittiness, but boy, he knows how to. He's had games where he's had multiple goal games.
Good moving of the ball around, and Brooklyn replies on the power play. That is Brady Kiernan on the far side to make it 4-2.
Brady Kiernan, the triggerman on that one. That's just great ball movement. Simply put, no analyzing there. It's just all nice ball movement. And again, you're on the power play here. That's a beautiful pass by our good friend 15.
15. What a name. 15.
But what a great pass. It was almost as if he was shooting, and it was just a hard pass and a quick release.
Kiernan's team leading 16th goal of the season.
He's been an impact since he's come on board.
Ball's loose just in front of the Six Nations bench. Picked up momentarily. It's still loose. Who's going to get it here? Who wants it? Owen Tapper gets taken down for his efforts, but he's able to get the ball back. Mike Byrne on the far side. He's just waiting for his mates to get set up. 5 on the shot clock. There's a shot down low, stopped by Jamieson. And now Tyler Biles moves up with it. Over for Randy Stotts. Crafty Randy Stotts. Now Sundown shot, that hit iron, and it comes back the other way. They're actually going to say it went off of a Brooklyn player, so Six Nations will get the ball back here, able to take possession back in their own zone. Under 10 minutes to go here in the opening period. Sundown in, shot stopped by Hutchcraft.
That's a great save by Hutchcraft.
Shot, that one goes just wide. Another player we don't have a name to, number 9 this evening. There's a shot right into the breadbasket of Doug Jamieson. It's gonna be Brooklyn ball. Some pushing and shoving in front of the net.
Of course, Dougie Jamieson, he also just signed, re-upped his contract with Albany in the NLL. I think that was today, actually.
It's a mainstay with that Albany team.
He's the backbone of that team, that's for sure.
He really is. Now the Chiefs move it up with Brian Cole. Passed it up. Cole gets it back. Shot. Tried to beat Hutchcraft down low. The whistle's going to go, and a slashing call coming here.
So it's a slash, like you said.
Looks like it is going to go against Brooklyn. Their penalty box door is open. And the horn's going to go as...
You want to make sure someone was in the box?
They want to make sure. They want to have a conversation here. Maybe they want to have a conversation about the missing players on their roster.
Drive-through chicken wrap? No?
Nope.
No order? You think they're going to order a chicken wrap?
You can have it in intermission.
Might. It's a good time to order.
8:47 remaining here in this first period. Lyle Thompson stands right at center. He's going to start the power play here for the Six Nations Chiefs. Of course, Thompson took the team lead in scoring his last time out. 43 points on the season. 7 helpers last week. Passed back. Thompson, shot, just missed. Good job by Sundown, though, to scoop it back up. Sundown over to Thompson, scores! A ripper from Lyle Thompson at the top. Make it 5-2.
You know what? Lyle Thompson's going to get all the credit in the world for this goal because he's the one that ripped it through. But that was all Larson Sundown. That was just a beautiful hustle play off the original shot and getting that loose ball. And I was just about to say, the Six Nations Chiefs doing a fantastic job tonight, attacking that loose ball and getting it. Larson Sundown, that goal started all with Larson Sundown and that loose ball and getting it out to Lyle for the goal.
The trajectory of that shot, too, from Lyle, it was a riser of a shot. and it beats Hutchcraft clean. Largest lead of the game here for the Chiefs. They're looking for more. Tyson Bell takes a look, shot, and underneath Hutchcraft it goes. He's able to hold on.
Well, it's one of those things you can see during the warm-up. Some of these guys will get in front of the net when they're doing shooting drills, and they're just in front of the net trying to get a look at the ball, get the read off of rebounds and whatnot, just for those loose balls.
Scott Kerrigan passed it up. Up inside, looking for number 32, Parker Pfeiffer, but he just missed it. There's a shot by Devin Pfeiffer. That one just missed. Another shot hits a body in front. That was Brady Kiernan on that attempt. Parker Pfeiffer in down low. Shot kicked away by Jamieson. He took away a chance from Devin Pfeiffer. That was some speed as Brendan Bomberry.
Sorry about that. BLC really trying to get inside. Having a tough time getting inside on that Chiefs defense, but they're really trying to get inside the heart of that D.
Ball's knocked loose and a 2-on-1 developing. No, they're going to get a player back, but still on the rush. Here comes Brooklyn. Inside shot, scores! What a rush, what a goal. And that is Jake Darlison getting on the board, make it 5-3.
That was great transition. That's textbook transition. Pass, run. And then just a great finish right there.
Right before he stepped in the crease, he was able to get that ball away.
Well, that's just a full head of steam coming right at you. What do you do as a goaltender besides just kind of hold your ground on that, right? You know what I mean? That's just a great shot. Like you'd imagine, you'd have to know ahead of time what you're going to be doing before you're even by the restraining line. You know what I mean?
The best players in the world know what they're going to do with the ball before they even get it. There's a shot. That one hits the shoulder of Jamieson on Jacob Saunders. Of course, when I say the best players in the world know what they're going to do with the ball before they even get it, they're also great at not thinking past getting that pass. There's a shot stopped by Jamieson. Because the second you start overthinking what you're going to do after you get the ball before you even have it, some players, well, they just lose the ball entirely and they can't even get the opportunity to make that play that they want to make.
Oh, 100%.
Here's Jamieson. Up top, trying to find Kevin Hill. It just went over his stick. Randy Stotts picks it up. 10 on the shot clock here. Sam Leclerc trying to get in. Sam Leclerc getting body there by Josh Taguri. And here come Brooklyn the other way. With some speed. Mike Byrne, number 27. Brooklyn, of course, wearing the whites. Six Nations wearing their home teals. Only 2 home games left for the Six Nations Chiefs this season, including tonight. There's a shot just going wide there. Rebound's picked up right before the shot clock expires. Devin Pfeiffer took one toward the net. Saved by Jamieson. He's able to get it up. Solver up for Thompson. Lyle Thompson looking for some space. Not going to get it. Still moving through. He scores!
Oh, man.
Lyle Thompson again with a great shot. Make it 6-3.
Are you kidding me? I was just going to talk about the
And
fancy.
look at the smile.
He's got a
He
giant
knows.
smile on his face, but look at just call him Happy Feet here. Look at this. What footwork. And again, we talk a lot of the things that Lyle Thompson does.
Look at the stutter step right before he takes the shot.
And it's all with a purpose, you know what I mean? He's trying to create space for himself. And a guy like that, one of the best players in the world, bar none right now. I'm not even going to argue about it. But he just does so many things, and that's one of them. You watch his feet, and if you're a young lacrosse player wanting to learn the game and how to create space for yourself, watch Lyle Thompson. Don't watch the flashy stuff that he does. Watch his footwork. The footwork is amazing.
He is able to do it again and again, moving the footwork, and he creates space, and he creates an opportunity, and Eric Fennell gets robbed.
Well, and that, honestly, Mark, that all comes with preparation. You know what I mean?
There's a shot stopped by Hutchcraft.
If you've ever seen Lyle Thompson work out or any of his videos or whatever, it's all about footwork. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he does a lot of yoga, and, yeah, you know what I mean? But he's just got that dexterity. It's incredible to watch.
Brady Kiernan passed it over. There's a shot just wide, taken by Parker Pfeiffer. Brooklyn trying to get the ball loose, but it's going to be picked up here by Ty Logan. Another interesting factoid for this evening, folks. Austin Stott's not in the lineup. If you were looking for number 43 for the Chiefs, not in the lineup tonight.
Not in the building.
Not in the building at all. And I mean,
see Liam LeClaire. Liam LeClaire's not here as well. I see he's on vacation.
Yeah, it's getting around that time. Getting your vacation time now before the playoffs begin. And that road to the Mann Cup is Scanlon. Valiant effort trying to get inside to take the shot before the shot clock expired, but he's not going to be able to do it.
Well, I think that's one of the luxuries of the Chiefs, and I think that's a draw to playing for the Chiefs. You have that depth. That's a good save.
Yeah, great save there on Parker Pfeiffer.
You have that flexibility within your personal schedule too. A lot of these guys do camps, like the Thompson brothers have their camps. Larson Sundown, he was away for a few weeks, including the Worlds.
There's a chance in front. And stopped by Hutchcraft. Chiefs still with the ball here. Fresh shot clock to work with. Turning around is Cody Jamieson. Up top. Now in behind the net is Randy Stotts. Passed it over, trying to find his man, but Sundown can't get it cleanly. Hand is up, penalty coming here. Some pushing and shoving. It's going to go against the Chiefs. As Brooklyn brings the ball up. There's a shot just wide as Caleb Creaser gets absolutely run over as he followed through with that opportunity. And now a mauling there. The ball is loose. That's going to be picked up. There's the whistle on the delayed call. Power play coming up here for Brooklyn.
Like we were talking about, just the flexibility of schedules and family life and that balance. I think that's one thing that Dwayne Jacobs really tries to do with his players. He realizes, like you said, they've only got one guy out on the floor that doesn't play in the winter. Or I should say in the NLL, Charlie Scanlon obviously plays in the winter. But these guys are pros, and they're playing in the pro schedule in the winter. They've got families. They've got other means of income, whether it be real life jobs, camps. You know what I mean? So there's that balance there, and I think that's the luxury of playing in this summer ball.
Alternate the Brooklin Lacrosse Club. 1, 2, 3, just 4 players on their roster this evening have a game in the NLL this season, including their starting netminder, as mentioned, Riley Hutchcraft, who just re-signed with Rochester this past weekend. Another penalty perhaps coming up here. Yes, Hutchcraft, speaking of which, he's going to the bench. Brooklyn trying for some opportunities on the delayed call, and it's going to be an interference penalty coming here. We're going to see some 5-on-3 action for a minute and 24.
Looks like Dougie's going to have a drink of water here. Goaltenders are going to go. But yeah, like you said, NL goaltender Nick DeMood is not here. Definitely not Nick DeMood on the bench. And it's funny, the BLC has 2 NL goaltenders, you know what I mean?
Yes, indeed. Let's see what Brooklyn can do here, down by 3. Final meeting of the regular season between these two teams. Six Nations has taken 2 of 3. Brooklyn won in overtime in their first matchup back on May 31st. Zach Kerrigan had a hat trick, including the game winner in that one. Good back pass there. Up for Brady Kiernan, passed over, shot. No, they're just doing some quick passing around, and Brady Kiernan just ripped that one off the post. And it ricocheted right back out. They're content to just do the 4-on-3 with a man near center. They still move it around. Parker Pfeiffer has it here. Transition inside and unable to get the shot away is number 9.
at this trio of defenders out here.
They're doing their best. Another save by Dougie Jamieson, and Bell picks it up and throws it all the way down the floor. And oh, Hutchcraft had to be careful there. It bounced in and out of his stick, and it did deflect in behind the goal.
Right now you got Brad Creed, Jeremy Thompson, Tyson Bell out here defending.
Moving around, there's a shot, and that one hits the post again. Ball is loose, and Six Nations has possession. 10 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Jeremy Thompson getting some attention there. Lyle Thompson now on the far side, just holding on to it. Up to 5-on-4 now. They've killed off one. 37 seconds left in the period. Lyle Thompson looking for some space. 2 on the shot clock. He's got to get that away. He does, and that one goes right on goal. And the whistle's going to go. A slashing call coming here, and it looks like it's going to be Brooklyn.
Oh yeah, Lyle Thompson taking all sorts of punishment as he danced around with the ball, and of course that's what's going to happen. And again, that lesson to young lacrosse players: they keep the feet moving. Yeah, you keep the feet moving, you're going to have your defenders on their toes, and that's what ended up happening. It doesn't matter whether you're killing a penalty or at full strength or whatever. You know what I mean? It's all about moving your feet, getting going, keeping your defender on their toes, and that's what happened. He had no other choice to give him a whack because he would have been just dancing around trying to follow Lyle Thompson.
So it's 4-on-4, 20 seconds left here in the period. Shot clock does not matter right now. On the far side, Six Nations moving it around up to 5-on-4. Thompson in for Sundown, for Jamieson. Back over for Bomberry. In for Jamieson. He can't get the pass cleanly, and that's going to do it here for the opening period. 6-3 Chiefs over the Brooklin Lacrosse Club through 20 minutes of play. Lyle Thompson with a pair for the Chiefs. We'll be back after this. This is Six Nations Lacrosse right here on RogersTV. Welcome back to the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. This is Six Nations Lacrosse here on RogersTV. Mark Perry alongside Daryl Smart. A 6-3 lead through 20 minutes of play as Six Nations holds the lead over Brooklyn right now. And Daryl again, I mean, the story of this game, Lyle Thompson just keeps moving that ball, those feet around, really.
Oh, and again, we're really spoiled and blessed to be able to watch Lyle Thompson play and all these other world-class athletes. But just to go over the goals, there's the first one that just kind of squeaked on by. As I'm trying to get my things up.
That was, of course, Sam Leclerc.
Sam Leclerc, he had
he
had a fantastic first period. Bomberry with the second one. There's another one by Sam Leclerc, very similar type goal. That one was a beauty. I absolutely loved that one.
You know, we talk about Lyle Thompson. So 2 goals, 2 assists in that first period. Sam Leclerc, a pair of goals himself.
And you know what? Not to be outdone, the BLC did a really great job of trying to counterpunch here. The Six Nations Chiefs came out flying in that first period. That's one of the better first periods I've seen them play this season. And you know what? Not to be outdone, BLC really bounced back, and it's pretty easy to fold in when it's pretty easy folding in when your opponent is this hot. But BLC doing a really great job right now of just kind of doing their best to counterpunch here, really.
You counteract that with the last few games. You know, I look at some of the scoring summaries for the Six Nations Chiefs. Up 4-3 after the first against Peterborough, leading 7-6 after 2. And then, of course, they came away with it in the third period with 5 goals. You know, not scoring a goal at all against Brampton back on July 4th in the first period of play, but, you know, going ham, really, scoring 11 goals in the final 2 periods of play. Against Brooklyn on July 5th, of course, they were up 5-1 after the first period of play. So it seems like the message is, you know what, try to get on these guys early, really.
100%, Mark. And that's with any opponent. The Six Nations Chiefs, really, a team this stacked, honestly, you want to get up, you want to intimidate. You don't want to have to intimidate with that physical presence. You want to attack with your play on the floor. And if you have the ability, like the Six Nations Chiefs do, Mark, you can intimidate a team by coming out, rocking on all cylinders, and putting the ball in the net, quite frankly.
Six Nations, as mentioned, 10-2 on this regular season, 20 points in the standings. Brooklyn at 6-5 on the year, just the 12 points. You know, as we've talked about, only the top 4 make it into the MSL playoffs. You can see the standings right there. That is going to be a fight and a half between 4 and 5, Cobourg and Brampton, in the final few games of the year. But Cobourg's going to have the advantage there. 3 games in hand. You have Brooklyn right in the middle there. They're going to be taking on, you know, it looks like they're going to be battling Peterborough in the first round, unless Peterborough catches up to Six Nations and Six Nations ends up, you know, losing and dropping a couple of their final games of the year. Still a lot to be decided, really, in the standings.
Oh, you're right on with that, Mark. And again, even at 3-12 and 3-9, these games have been close all season. We've talked about the MSL all season long in the parity here. There really is. It doesn't matter who the name on the back of the jersey is with some of these teams that have star-studded lineups. You've got teams like Cobourg and Brampton, Brooklyn coming in. You know what I mean? They're not scared. They're not scared at all. They're coming in. They're giving a great effort. A lot of tight games. Six Nations has had a lot of tight games they've had to win. They've had to come from behind to win. In fact, Peterborough, same thing. You know what I mean? And it's a tight race. And like you said, it's going to be a real race to watch that 4-5, that last playoff spot with Cobourg and Brampton. And of course, 2 teams battling it out. And that's what you want to see, and this league so far this season has been really tight, and it's been amazing to see so far.
A win tonight for Six Nations guarantees them at least second place. A win over Brooklyn here tonight means Brooklyn cannot catch Six Nations whatsoever from now until the end of this regular season. So really, Six Nations, you get the 2 points in the pocket tonight. You just got to worry about Peterborough from now until the end of the year, and you get to play Peterborough in Peterborough on Thursday night. What a battle that one's going to be. But that's looking too far ahead. We still got about 40 minutes of play left here, maybe more, depending on how things go. But Six Nations, we did bring up this during the first period of play. You know, no Austin Stotts, no Liam Leclerc in the lineup. Austin Stotts didn't even have a point against Peterborough last week, which actually surprised me, as you can recall from the last moment of that broadcast. But, you know, we talked about it before. The depth on this team really just comes out to play when they need to come out to play.
And you hit the nail right on the head, Mark. And that's been the MO with this Six Nations Chiefs team. Yes, they have the big names, but they're really priding themselves on their depth, and they're priding themselves on depth back on D. They're priding themselves in depth in the offensive department as well as in net with Dougie and Warren. You know what I mean? And they want to be a team that is led by committee. You don't want to rely on one or two players. In years past, that's been the case. This year, they want to be a threat every offensive set, and I think they got the right mix here. Dwayne Jacobs has done a great job.
They're not doing too shabby. 6-3 lead after 20 minutes of play. We'll be back for the second period right after this. This is Six Nations Lacrosse here on Rogers TV. Lacrosse here on Rogers TV. Second period of play upcoming here on a Tuesday night at the ILA. Mark Perry, Daryl Smart with you on the call this evening. Thank you for joining us. Final meeting of the regular season between these two teams. The playoffs, oh, they be right around the corner. End of July, beginning of August. It is right on the horizon. The Man Cup, the road is almost beginning.
June was quite the blur, wasn't it, my friend?
It really has.
Holy smokes, I can't believe it's July and almost the end of July. I can't believe it. It's crazy. Everybody's talking playoffs. We got Junior A playoffs.
You're talking playoffs?
Playoffs. You got junior playoffs. The Senior B matchups are almost set, I believe. A lot of these BLC players doing double duty, playing for the Brooklyn Lacrosse as well.
Speaking of, some of their players leading the Brooklyn Merchants in scoring. There's a shot by Jamieson right in on goal. Hutchcraft with the save. Devin Pfeiffer, of course, 64 points with the Merchants this year. He's third in OSL scoring. Zach Kerrigan, 2 points behind him.
Well, that's just a tribute to the caliber of lacrosse here in Ontario. Quite honestly, you've got guys playing all over the place, whether it be senior A, senior B. You know what I mean? Like the line isn't too far away, if you know what I'm saying there, Mark. It's there's a lot of guys that just at that caliber. It's fantastic to see.
Back pass by Thompson for Randy Stotts. Back to Thompson. Over. Shot by Jamieson. It deflects off of Hutchcraft and into the rafters.
Off his shoulder of the crossbar. Boy, did that bounce up.
Oh, it deflected big time. Here's Randy Stotts. Stotts over. Just missing Larson Sundown on the far side. And Hutchcraft scoops it up and launches it the other way.
You saw Larson streaking down there.
Stotts. Randy Stotts waiting for some fresh legs to get on. Tail end of the power play. Brooklyn is going to kill it off here. Back to 5 aside. Randy Stotts over inside, trying to feed Eric Fennell, but he couldn't take possession. 6 on the shot clock. Randy Stotts trying to find Sam LeClaire, but this ball is knocked loose, and the shot clock is going to expire.
They didn't get the ball on that one.
Oh, they're going to get the ball here. Ben McDonald stripped of the ball. Shot by Randy Stotts. Just goes wide.
I was just going to say, the Chiefs are hungry tonight for those loose balls. Even though they didn't get it, but they did eventually. But great loose ball action. And again, you want possession of the ball. You want the ball. You got to get it.
Yes, you do. Who's going to be hungry for the ball here tonight? Friend number 15 has it here. He's been hungry for the ball this evening. I believe the scorekeeper was looking during the intermission to figure out who it was, but we didn't get an answer.
Couldn't find a BLC, anybody from BLC.
Here's Tim Edwards, number 8. Edwards turning back around. Turn around, Bright Eyes, getting it over to Lyle Thompson. Thompson, 4 points. There's 5! A hat trick for Lyle Thompson. Make it 7-3.
As much as you're going to talk about that shot on Lyle Thompson, again, it's the fancy footwork, you know what I mean? Right up on top, he's creating space for himself up top, and he creates space with the stutter step here. We're just going to look at the replay here, but it all starts with the footwork, you know what I mean? You don't know which way he's going. Even that little hesitation there, and he fooled the defender. You can see the defender. He's like, "Oh man, I was going. You had me going the wrong way." It's a subtle juke, but it works. You know what I mean? A guy like Lyle Thompson does not need that much space, but when he creates that much space, 9 times out of 10, he's putting the ball in there.
He found just an inch right at the top of the dotted line there, and he made no mistake. Chiefs up by 4, and they have the ball again. Thompson, who else? Passes it over. Jamieson, one-hander between the legs. Just missing it there. Oh, that would have been pretty.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my goodness. Last year's MSL MVP on display.
Doing it in front of the NLL grass here. The Halifax Thunderbirds. Mike Percy's here tonight. General manager and owner Craig Stiers, of course, sitting just to the left of us down there, right in front where Jammer put that move on.
Hey, you can't miss him. Chiefs with possession here with 16 and change left in the second period. Silver, bounce pass here for Brendan Bomberry. Sam LeClaire looking for some space, passes it over, scores! Cody Jamieson. 8-3.
As our friends in Peterborough do the Halifax Thunderbirds games go, it's jammer time. You can tell before he didn't even have that ball. He knew exactly what he was going to do. He wanted to wind up, had that head just cocked. Boy, oh boy, he just buried that one past Hudcraft, and we've got ourselves an 8-3 game with 15:54 remaining here in the second period.
As I said before, some of the best players in the world know what they're going to do with the ball before they even get it. And they don't overthink.
Oh, Jammer had his head up the whole time before he got that ball. He knew exactly where he was going. Oh.
Brad Cree on the rebound, trying to dipsy-doodle in, but can't do it. And it's going to be Brooklyn ball here. Picked up by Caleb Creaser.
Brad Cree was one of those guys. My nephew Jack is here, and we were watching the warm-up behind the net, behind the Chiefs' net during warm-up. And Brad Cree was one of those players right in front of the net, trying to pick up the rebounds there, just kind of getting around himself.
Looking for some action there. That was Kieran. Another save by Dougie Jameson. Dalton Silver from the Buffalo Bandits. And that one's going to be an obvious penalty. Randy Stotts rather. And taking exception there was Scanlon. And now we got some fisticuffs here. Some extracurricular activities. One loses a helmet. And that's going to be called every single time. He had the hook right around the head.
That's just being a teammate. Charlie Scanlon going to the box for that one. Protecting Randy Stotts on that.
But you have to think Brooklyn's going to get the penalty there. The hand went immediately up.
I know it's the Calgary Stampede time, but that was all lasso on that one. Steer riding. He was trying to steer ride Randy Stotts into the boards.
Jake Darlison.
You like that? That one? I've never commentated.
No, me neither. Surprisingly. Yeah. Oh,
there it is.
Every time that's going to be called.
Tried to rope him in. Charlie Scanlon, he's gonna he'll be getting some warm water and a warm, dry towel.
Yeah.
Looks like he's getting the toss for being
to the dressing room. He goes.
Well, that's one of the modified rules several years ago in MSL, trying to eliminate that fighting. And probably a good 10 years ago and beyond, it was always known as a very tough, rough and tumble league with lots of fights. One of many things that then Commissioner Jim Brady wanted to get rid of was the fighting. And obviously with an automatic game misconduct once you drop the mitts, and that's what happened with Charlie Scanlon.
Scanlon will get the early shower here. And 5 minutes on the board for his troubles. They're waiting for a player to go into the Six Nations penalty box to serve the 5 minutes, because obviously Scanlon is not on the bench. He's not on the floor. He's back in the dressing room. They're going to get Dave Brock to enter the box. So 5 minutes on the board for Six Nations. The 2-minute penalty issued to Brooklyn. And the power play is what we end up with here. 4-on-3. 4-on-4 actually on the floor. At least for the next 2 minutes.
Not a mathematician, but that was a pretty decent penalty by the Brooklyn Lacrosse Club.
Body there was Kieran, and that one's going to be stolen by Brian Cole. Passes it up here. Up for Cree. Cree turning back around. Bats pass over. Finds Cody Jameson. Again, it's 4-on-4 for the next 90 seconds. And then the rest of that 5-minute penalty will be served. And now coming up with it is Travassos trying to make a move there. Good defense.
This is just a nice defensive play. A real settled play by Jeremy Thompson. Just got in the way. Didn't have to do anything flashy. He just got a body in there.
Now the Chiefs have the ball here. A minute to go on the 4-on-4. Chiefs content to move the ball around. Randy Stotts trying to get his way around a man. Passes it over. And Jameson trying to get that pass up. The whistle's going everywhere.
Call that a heavy pick.
A heavy pick and a half.
That's a heavy pick. Eric Fennell, what are we doing there? Physicality's picked up, that's for sure.
Yes, it has. I think we're getting closer to the playoffs, my friend.
You know what? Last week you could really feel it.
There's a chance Zach Kerrigan gets taken down for his efforts. Zach Boyden, number 5 on the far side. Boyden, shot, scores! Make it 8-4 on the 4-on-4.
That's a great shot. There's Jack Boyden on that one. That was just a nice shot. He used the defender as a screen. Nothing fancy. Tried to get it right through Dougie here. But as he gets the matchup here, we'll see him get the ball. He just gets that one-on-one right here.
And used it like we've seen before as kind of a screen.
He used Kevin Hill. He used Kevin Hill as a pawn almost on that one. Kevin Hill coming out to challenge him.
He lures him in.
Yep, challenged him, and he lunged out. And of course, that split second with the release point of the ball, Dougie Jamieson didn't have much hope on that one.
Boyden 6th of the year, but Six Nations looking to respond, and they do. That one's in the net. They're gonna wave it off though.
Sam LeClaire hoping for the trick.
Oh my goodness, I thought that went in. But meantime, Brooklyn coming back the other way. Kiernan shot, that one goes just wide. Rebound is gonna be picked up by Cree.
Kiernan dive for that loose ball. Love it.
Lyle Thompson down the near side he goes.
These guys are playing for the communities. They're playing it, you know what I mean? There's a lot on the line there. Some of these guys play professionally, but you know what? You come back in the summer, you're playing for your community, you're playing for a lot of pride, and Kieran diving for a loose ball. I love it.
That one's going to be thrown off the boards, and that one's going to be off the boards and picked up here by Jake Stevens. The shot clock was going to expire, and now we have a power play here for Brooklyn, killing off the remainder of that 5-minute major. Brady Kiernan passed it over. There's a shot. That one's going to go off the boards and right near center. Picked up here by Brady Kiernan. Passed over. Shot stopped. The shot clock was about to expire on Dylan Goddard, number 9.
Yeah, Dougie was just like a brick wall on that one. He knew exactly where that ball was coming. He didn't have to move very quick.
Randy Stotts gets through some traffic. 10 on the shot clock. Back pass over for Fennell. Fennell twisting and turning, trying to get around. Can't find a lane to shoot. Up inside, shot to Sundown, and that one stopped by Hutchcraft.
That was a great save by Hutchcraft. He had to reach over there. Sundown was streaking down the left side. A beautiful quick stick opportunity, but a really nice save there by Hutchcraft.
Boyden will get it back to Brady Kiernan. It's back the other way we go with Brooklyn. It's a back and forth game we've had here tonight. Lots of chances here in the second period. Passed over and losing it before he can get the shot away, Parker Pfeiffer. There's a shot, that one goes just wide. Brady Kiernan picks it up. Last second on the shot clock, and the Chiefs will move up with it. A 2-on-1 rather. There's a shot, good deflection, good defense by Jack Travasos. Tim Edwards on the follow through of that shot had it deflected on him. Lyles gets bodied in. Jeremy Thompson will pick it up here. He'll go in behind the net and go for a small sprint. And he gets taken down, chopped down. Ben McDonald giving him all kinds of business there, but they're able to get the ball up. Cody Jamieson, a dozen on the shot clock here. Back here for Sam LeClaire, 5 on the shot clock here. Got to get the shot away, 2-1, there he goes, and that stopped. Rebound's going to be picked up here by McKenzie.
More players diving on the floor, but I guess that's the luxury of having the beautiful carpet here at the ILA, opposed to some of the floors, especially in Whitby with Brooklin Lacrosse Club's home.
There's a shot through a screen. It's going to go off a body and out of play by Zach Kerrigan. It's going to be Chiefs ball here.
It's going to be tough playing on that hard concrete. Iroquois Park Arena.
Concrete doesn't give you much give. That is for sure. Up 15 on the shot clock. Randy Stotts, or rather Cody Jamieson, twisting and turning. Randy Stotts with it now. 9, 8 on the shot clock. Takes a shot. It's going to go right on Hutchcraft and in his pads. And it's going to be passed up here.
It's almost as if Randy was playing keeper right in front of the goal out there.
Losing his footing there. Brad free. And here come the Chiefs back the other way. Bounced up here for Jeremy Thompson. Tried to find his man Edwards. Edwards up for Brendan Bomberry. That's Jamieson on the far side. Jamieson holding on to it, trying to find his man inside and not able to get the ball there was Eric Fennell. But the Chiefs still have it. Shots gonna go wide. Sam Leclerc diving in front of the crease.
Sam Leclerc's had himself a game. He's been all over the place. He's been super involved in this one so far.
Sam Leclerc is a gamer by every definition of the word. There's a shot stopped by Jamieson. The ball's going to be knocked loose. Dave Brock picks it up. The whistle's going to go, though. A holding call coming here against the Chiefs now.
Looks like Tyson Bell's going to go to the sin bin, as they call it. Sin bin, I haven't heard that one.
The sin bin he goes. 8:15 remaining here in the second period. Six Nations 8, Brooklyn 4.
Tyson not happy about that one, that's for sure.
Hutchcraft and Jamieson come together here as a shot of Owen Hill. Him and Jamieson are going to have a quick discussion here. Actually, I don't think Hill's much of a talker here right now.
Just listen to Dougie talk. Definitely not talking about chicken wraps.
Nope.
No chicken wrap discussion here.
It's all business.
Well, I don't know, maybe. Warren's laughing, so. Believe it or not, you know what? Warren's got a sense of humor. Let me tell you. Throughout the years. And he's a funny dude. You know what I mean? He's so quiet. But he is a funny guy. And he's one of those guys, it's like the silent assassin.
You
comes
just
out of
never
nowhere.
expect it.
Yeah, he comes out of nowhere and you just start laughing because he says something, just says something funny.
Always beware the quiet one.
Exactly. That is Warren Hill, that's for sure.
Brooklyn moving the ball around here on another power play. Up in top, and Dylan Goddard is denied on the near side. Stretched up here for Ryan Cole. Cole with it. Passed in front, shot, scores! Larson Sundown, and guess what? Short-handed.
Short-handed, what is that, 3-4 tonight?
That is 3 short-handed for the Chiefs.
You're the one writing it down, I'm just kind of in my head. But just nice short-handed, try to kill, you know, look at Larson Sundown. He peeled around the corner, or he was in the corner, goes around the net, and just created space for himself. I know I did talk about creating space for yourself a lot, but that's what Larson Sundown did. And again, you're just trying to make yourself available for anything, and especially you're trying to kill a penalty. You never know when you're going to strike, and they've been like a viper tonight.
Yes, they have. The Viper has struck.
Viper.
A 5-goal lead here for the Chiefs, and they want more.
Don't think that's going to be his nickname anytime soon, but Larson Sundown was like a viper on that one.
Well, like a viper, he scores. Eric Fennell, short-handed again, make it 10-4 Chiefs, and they're on a roll here.
And I think that's the best phrase for it, Mark. They're just on a roll right now. And like I said, the first period, the Chiefs were really rocking it out offensively. They might not have they might not have yielded the goals that they wanted to, but you could tell they were clicking on all cylinders. And right here, they're just having their way with Riley Hutchcraft tonight.
2 goals, 23 seconds apart. Chiefs into double figures.
Not even, just over halfway into this game, and it's a 10-point game here.
Ball is loose here on the draw. Who's going to get it? It's going to be scooped up here by Brady Kiernan.
But again, don't fall asleep on this BLC team. They can explode at any minute. They've done it several times this season.
post over for Brady Kiernan. Kiernan over, trying to find Goddard, can't do it. 6 on the shot clock. They gotta get it off fast. Backhand pass, that one missed the stick. They looked like they overplayed it on that opportunity. Parker Pfeiffer tried to find his man, but it went over the stick. Ty Logan in for Thompson. Thompson cutting in. It's around the crease. Passes it up for Randy Stotts. Stotts can't get the shot away. He was knocked loose, and now a possible breakaway. And a man does come back. Josh Taguri will hold on to it.
It's just really great awareness defensively for the Chiefs. You know what I mean? They want to get that change back. But they saw the numbers. One guy drops back, and it's just being aware. There's a hack.
Yeah, that's going to be called.
Cole just shaking his head on that one. Heard that one. Oh boy.
Penalty now. Bell trying to get physical.
Louise.
Brady Kiernan. I think he caught his man very unexpectedly there.
Tried to get the old yard sale going.
Brady Kiernan trying to dipsy doodle around to get the shot away, and that's going to be shot down the floor well after the whistle.
A little frustration on the part of Cole on that one. He got that, and he shot that one all the way down. He sounded upset with himself on that.
So Cole to the box. Another power play upcoming here for Brooklyn, down by 6. And sooner or later, Daryl, they're going to have to capitalize on these man advantages.
That's for sure. And again, best way to kill a penalty is by scoring. You're short-handed, and the Six Nations Chiefs have really heated up on that.
Discussion happening here, yeah, right at center. Looks like Cody Jamieson. He's going to go to the bench here. Don't know who got the better of that discussion. Jamieson, him and Coach Tavares are having a word as well. Jamieson explaining what's happening.
Samuel Clark on the bench of the penalty box as well.
Kiernan over, he's got it back. Kiernan. Goddard. Now inside, trying to find number 15 in white.
I'm only speculating, but they might have given Cole an extra misconduct on that after firing it down, because Samuel Crowder's in the box and there's only.
Oh, Bell takes his man out. There's a shot on goal, stopped by the goaltender, Jamieson. And that one's going to be thrown all the way down. Bounce pass over for Cody Jamieson. And he's got it here in the corner. So a 10-minute misconduct added.
Good eyes, good eyes.
Shot by Fennell. That one is stopped and goes wide. Good job by Jamieson, welcoming the contact. Brad Cree, member of the Toronto Rock organization, passing it over to Fennell. Fennell, still with it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Backhand pass, trying to find Cody Jamieson.
I was waiting for that one. That would have been pretty.
Jamieson over, can't find Fennell.
Of course,
and the shot clock's going to expire.
Of course, those two guys playing a lot of two-man game in the Halifax Thunderbirds organization in the wintertime. You see those two pairing up quite often.
They know what to do, that's for sure.
That's the nice thing about watching some of these teams in the summer. You get guys with continuity, you know what I mean? They've got that automatic chemistry.
7 members of the Halifax Thunderbirds on the Six Nations team.
The head coach and general manager are always at the ILA watching games.
I thought he was just a big Six Nations fan. Passed over Goddard. That one, or rather, that was Boyden. And now it's in the corner. Shot clock, refresh. Brooklyn still with it. 5 aside we go. 3:40 remaining here in the second period. Brooklyn looking to close the gap. Kieran's shot stopped by Jamieson. And the quick up here for Tim Edwards. Edwards will hold on to it. Dumps it back here for Bomberry. Bomberry up top. Inside, Bomberry shot stopped by Hutchcraft.
They're really doing a great job of just creating room for themselves and getting into the open and getting that east-west pass going or west-east pass going.
And now a lane here for Darlison, and he shoots and can't connect there. It's going to be Chiefs ball here with under 3 minutes remaining here in the middle frame. Silver finds some room on the stutter step, dumps it back here for Sam LeClaire. LeClaire with it again into the corner. Finding Randy Stotts. Over. Holding on to it for Stotts. Stotts shot stopped, and it's going to be picked up by Brooklyn, and some pushing and shoving in front of the Brooklyn net as Brooklyn was off to the races. And that is a missed opportunity for Brooklyn because of what happened in behind the play.
John Tavares not happy with something. Very animated on the Chiefs bench right now with John Tavares.
It is going to be a power play here for Six Nations after all that. 2:30 remaining in the second period. Mike Byrne in the sin bin here.
2 minutes, 30 seconds remain here. We're in double digits for the Chiefs. 10-4 game here, Mark.
Yes, indeed we are. See if they can continue on here. There's a shot by Thompson. He hits iron, and now off to the races goes Brooklyn. Good foot speed here by Stevens, and can't get the shot. Well, he got the shot away, but good job by Lyle Thompson to cut the angle down, and now Tyson Bell's going to get called as he knocks his man down.
There's more momentum over to the top of the shot. If anything, I think that was a nice save by Dougie Jameson down in that transition.
Brooklyn moving the ball around here short-handed. Now upstairs, downstairs was Devin Pfeiffer, but Bell was taken out of the play in front of the net. Weren't able to get a clean shot away. And the Chiefs will move it up the floor.
Well, that was a great defensive play by Tyson Bell. Knocking the ball out of the stick. That was fantastic, right before the shot.
Cody Jamieson with it here now. Jamieson up for Stotts, back to Thompson. Thompson over. Stotts shot stopped by Hutchcraft. Travassos traversing his way around the defender and moves it up the floor. 80 seconds remaining in this second period.
Travasso with a really great loose ball there, and he had to do some fancy footwork to get away from Randy Stotts on that one.
Brady Kiernan looking for some space. 10 on the shot clock here. Brooklyn still with it. Quinn Highland back over, inside, and unable to get loose there in time was number 32, Parker Pfeiffer, and the Chiefs will move it back the other way. 15 left in the penalty, 45 left in the period. Randy Stotts over, shot stopped by Hutchcraft, and that's going to go into the netting.
Gotta love it on that last defensive set. You had the Thompson brothers out there. Lyle and Jeremy.
Brendan Bomberry up for Jamieson, back to Bomberry. Randy Stotts. Stotts surveying the scene, up for Jamieson. Back inside, up for Bomberry, can't get the clean pass. Good backhand, 10 on the shot clock here. Up inside, Fennell shot, another big save by Hutchcraft. 12 left in the period. It's a scrum in the corner. Who's gonna get the ball out here? 6 left in the period. It's still loose. Brooklyn's gonna move it up. They have to get the shot away quickly, but they're not gonna be able to do it, as that will end the middle frame. 6 on the board for the Six Nations Chiefs through 20. They add 4 more to the board to get to double digits. Brooklyn is at 4 right now. It's 10-4 through 40 minutes. We'll be back with the intermission reports and try to analyze what went down in that second period. A wild one, to say the least. This is Six Nations Lacrosse here on Rogers TV. Welcome back to Six Nations Lacrosse here on Rogers TV as the kiddos get to take the floor here in the second intermission. The Six Nations Chiefs up by 6 through 40 minutes of play. Back here at Floorside, Mark Perry alongside Daryl Smart. And again, it was a six-goal first period for Six Nations, only scoring 4 in the middle frame. They were able to do the majority of their damage while shorthanded. A lot of power plays for the Brooklyn Lacrosse Club.
It was pretty incredible. And there's Lyle Thompson. He's starting to really heat up. And Lyle Thompson with that goal. This one, Cody Jamieson, he just rips it. Like nothing to analyze there. That was just brute force. And then, of course, coming down to the other end here is Jack Boyden. That's just a nice shot. And again, we looked at it, he sucked Kevin Hill in. That was just a really nice shot using the defender as a screen. And that one right there, love it. Right on shorthanded, and Larson Sundown just creating all sorts of space for himself. Nothing fancy about that one as Fidel just rips that one by. And it almost seems like the Chiefs are kind of having their way with Riley Hutchcraft, but not really. He has been fantastic tonight at times.
Yes, he has.
He has seen a lot of rubber, and unfortunately we don't have the official shots on net. I wish we did. That's another story for another day. But the Chiefs are really rolling offensively, Mark, and they're firing all sorts of rubber at Hutchcraft, and he's been fantastic tonight, regardless of the score at 10-4.
Feel like he's feeling the effects of being able to put pen to paper the other day. But nonetheless, I mean, again, Six Nations putting 10 on the board. But as you mentioned, Riley Hutchcraft has been outstanding. Dougie Jamieson has been outstanding as well. And it's not just the goals that we've been seeing here. It's been the physical play that's really kicked it up a notch, especially in that second period, as you're starting to get little bits and pieces of that playoff feel come into play. Well, you get that playoff feel, but this is the fourth time, I think. This is the final meeting of the season between BLC and the Chiefs, so lots of familiarity and lots of, you know what I mean? And as you were saying, that playoff is coming very, very soon, and everything's going to boil up just a little bit more, and the teams are going to crank up that intensity. We saw it last week with Peterborough and Six Nations. It really felt like a playoff atmosphere. This one,
the physicality is starting to crank up as well. And as we see these teams gearing up for that playoff run, and of course with Brampton and Cobourg already in playoff mode, every game's a desperation game for them. So that intensity is up. Those games are playoff games for those two teams. And these teams are all gearing up for that Mann Cup run.
Yeah, I mean, the playoffs, again, as we mentioned, is going to start, I believe August 3rd is the start date of the postseason. So it's right after the regular season finishes up. Of course, Six Nations will wrap up the regular season in Cobourg on Sunday, July 30th. Brooklyn, after tonight, just 3 games remaining. Cobourg, Brampton, Peterborough, and home and home with the Peterborough Lakers on tap. Imagine with that home and home, if Peterborough and Brooklyn end up being that first round, that could be a huge playoff preview and could even decide home floor advantage.
Absolutely, and then the same thing happened last season. Those two teams were neck and neck and really going at each other in that 2-3 spot. And of course in the playoffs, I know the Peterborough Lakers ended up winning that series. There was a lot of controversy in that one. We will not talk about that. But you know what? For a time there, if some of the stuff that did happen during that series didn't happen, it would have been a very different series in my mind. The BLC was really taking it to the Peterborough Lakers in that first portion of that best-of-7 series, and just with things that went on behind the scenes, it turned things around, and it really did turn that series around in the favor of the Peterborough Lakers. So look to those two teams, and I love watching Brooklyn and Peterborough play. That in itself is a rivalry, and that's the best part about having a 5-team league. These teams, like you said, the intensity is up, and it doesn't matter who you're playing. It's cranked up, and when Peterborough and Brooklyn are playing each other, I love watching them two teams battle it out. They really do bring it every single night.
We talk about 4 and 5 in the standings, tied at 6 points right now. It's going to be tough sledding for Cobourg because of their final games of the regular season. They got to play Six Nations twice still. And of course, that's the last 2 games of the regular season.
That's a team that's done.
Nations Chiefs.
That's a team that's done damage to the Six Nations as well, though. So
yes,
you know what I mean.
Anything's possible.
Absolutely, anything's possible, and there is no sleeper here. Let's face it. It is pretty tight, and I said it during the first intermission. MSL has been very tight this season, regardless of the standings and how many points are. We're looking at these games, not a lot of blowout games in MSL this season. So, and we're going to continue on with that as we get down to the stretch drive.
The scoring has been at a premium here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. Six Nations 10, Brooklyn 4 as we head to break. When we come back, third period action. Stay tuned. This is Six Nations Lacrosse here on RogersTV. Nations Lacrosse here on Rogers TV. Final frame upcoming. Six Nations up by 6 here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. Mark Perry, Daryl Smart with you. You're on the call. Lyle Thompson leading the team right now tonight. 3 goals, 3 helpers, 6 points on the night. Sam LeClaire, 2 goals and a helper. A lot of scoring spread around between Six Nations players. Cody Jamison's got a goal and 2 helpers. Charles Scanlon a goal and 2 helpers as well. You look at the other side for Brooklyn, again, just the 4 on the board so far. 4 different goal scorers. Jack Boyden, Luke Pilcher, Jake Darlison, and Brady Kiernan responding for the visitors.
Oh, that's what you want. It doesn't matter what team you're cheering for. That's what you want to see, is that spread out scoring. You don't want to rely on that one player.
Looking around here, here's Sundown. Sundown looking for some space, rips it toward the goal, but it goes off of a Brooklyn player and out of play.
Right off someone's cage. That's kind of
good thing you actually wear the face mask.
Oh.
You don't want to face that rubber. Shot scores! Randy Stott says, you don't want to face this rubber. Riley Hutchcraft, make it 11-4.
And Randy Stott's just doing what Randy Stotts does. He peeling off the top, up the middle, and he has that, it's like that field lacrosse shot that he's very much known for. Just launches himself up into the air a little bit just to get that different angle, and he beats Hutchcraft on that one. And we've got ourselves an 11-4 game here early on in the 3rd period. That was just a great shot by Randy.
Good development from 0 to 60 in probably about 3 seconds by the Chiefs. Picking up that ball loose and then just a couple of quick ups, and that was it.
It's just a fun shot to see. There's a little bit of flair on that, you know what I mean? It looks good, super effective.
Boyden down into the corner. Up top here, Brady Kiernan got it over, shot scores.
By our buddy number 15.
Our number 15 gets on the board. Maybe we'll find out finally who it is.
Someone help us, please. That's just a beautiful shot, though. It doesn't matter who it is. I don't care who.
He's been a premier player all night. I'm surprised he hasn't been on the board earlier. We haven't been able to find out his name.
Just haven't been able to hear, but just looking off the replay, just a nice dump-off pass. But again, using the defender's screen. Again, that was Kevin Hill, I believe, who was charging towards him, and he used that just that split second.
Oh, we got a name. Connor Kiernan. Marked off as number 81 on our scorecards. He's actually number 15.
Seriously?
Yep.
Oh, man.
Apologies to Mr. Connor Kiernan for not being able to identify him all night. A premier player on this team. Passed over for Jamison. Jamison overshot, deflected out of play.
Must have forgot his jersey.
Must have. Somebody should have told us. That's the leading scorer on your team.
No wonder he's involved.
Goal number 12 on the year for Mr. Kiernan. The Chiefs, though, looking to respond. That was going to be shot wide. And a big Hail Mary pass for Jake Stevens. Stevens, shot stopped by Jamison.
That's wonderful patience by Dougie Jamison. He just waited him out on that one. That's just a great save.
Brendan Bomberry is going to get it back to Cody Jamison. What will the Chiefs do to respond? Getting momentum off of that big save from their netminder. Lyle Thompson can't get the shot away. Good defense there by Brooklyn, and they'll get the ball up. Bouncing ball, Ben McDonald. McDonald shot, just got possession of it, and that's going to be sent out of play. Six Nations up by 6 still here. Brooklyn's going to get the ball.
The ball bouncing everywhere out here tonight, Mark. That's for sure. ourselves a penalty here as well.
Yes, indeed. Another power play upcoming here. Not exactly what you want if you're the Brooklyn Lacrosse Club based on what tonight has presented to them.
Exactly.
A trio of shorties. Four of them, in fact. Connor Kiernan with a shot stopped by Hutchinson.
Maybe that's why.
By Jamison.
Maybe that's why John Tavares was so animated near the end of the second period there towards the referees.
I mean, it's possible. JT trying to keep up for us.
There's the penalty.
Now he passed up. Here's Logan. He's got Bell on the run. He's got Thompson on the run. Thompson puts a shot on net. Hutchcraft with the save. The whistle's gonna go. Both officials caught the eye of that one. A slashing call coming here against Brooklyn. And I believe it came off the rush.
That was just a hack down to the other end here on Jeremy Thompson.
So just like that, we'll have 4-on-4 for a minute 16.
That was Luke Pilcher, I believe.
Luke Pilcher, number 9. Originally marked number 6 on our scorecards. Another one that probably forgot his jersey.
Don't think they're the ones carrying the jerseys.
I don't think so.
Could be ripped, could be blood.
It's a possibility, but you got to communicate that to us if you want us to identify them properly. It's the way it goes. That's how it works.
It's a weird concept.
Right? Inside, trying to find Thompson was Stotts, but can't do it. A dozen on the shot clock here. Thompson trying to find his mate, but a switch in possession coming here. Back here for Jake Stevens on the near side. Number 54, the whistle's gonna go, and a change of possession back. The Chiefs will get the ball back here. Sam LeClaire. Eric Fennell, the fresh legs on the floor. He's got it here now. Bomberry on the far side. Bomberry looking, passing it over. A dozen on the shot clock here. Sundown can't get to it. Bomberry does. Bomberry holding on to it. 5 on the shot clock. Dumped it into the corner. Fennell's not going to get to it in time, and that's going to be played out to the far side with Brooklyn getting possession.
There's just so much space out on the floor when it's 4-on-4. I love it. Just so much room for creativity.
It can develop, so many opportunities. And the whistle's going to go. The officials are going to go to center here. One of them is, at least. I think they're actually going to check on the time clock, perhaps.
I think so, possibly.
Yes, they are. They're going to...
It's good eyes.
Yeah, very good eyes. Maybe the clock didn't wind down immediately. So now it's down to looks like they took 2 seconds off of the clock. May have been a quick trigger by the scorekeeper in the penalty box. So 6 seconds left in the penalty. Back to 5-on-4 here.
That one got the official rating.
Yes, it did. And now, some pushing and shoving. The Chiefs are going to get the ball here. Here's Jamison. Overshot. Unbelievable. Can't get the shot away. Was Brad Cree on the far side.
Brad Cree wanted that one pretty badly.
Or rather, that was Edwards. Chiefs with the ball here. 20 seconds left on the power play. Bomberry for Jamison. Jamison, one hopper. It goes off of the goaltender and out.
It's a big bounce.
Chiefs ball back here. Jamison over. Shot scores! Ripping it by Hutchcraft. It looks like that is. It looks like that is Randy Stotts. I thought it was Brendan Bomberry there for a second.
Randy decoyed the pass to Eric Fennell, who was down at the other end. And you can see the smile on Randy's face there. I think he caught Hutchcraft cheating there on the left side. You can see it. Here's the replay. Here's the big bouncer. Oh. But he had him. He had the goaltender leaning towards him, and instead of opting for the hard pass, he went right on net on that one. And again, that's the allure of that. You know what I mean? You're able to do that hard pass. Sometimes you're going to put it on net. Got to keep the goaltender honest on that one. That one just went in.
Chiefs 12, Brooklyn 5. Here's Eric Fennell. Fennell in for Sundown, just missed him. Sundown gets a chop, no call on that play. Fennell will pick it up here. Fennell up top for Randy Stotts. Stotts back pass, trying to find Fennell. It goes off of a player. Sundown tried to find Sam LeClaire, but just before. And Sam LeClaire is, I think, going to get a penalty here. I think he was arguing. The shot clock was expired before he can get even a chance to get that shot.
Gave the officials an earful on the way, and I think he might be going in the box as a result.
Bold strategy, to say the least there.
Bold strategy, Cotton.
Let's see if it works out. Well, short-handed play has worked out fine for the Six Nations Chiefs, but you don't want to play with fire too much. Connor Kiernan passed it over. Trying to dump it through was number 32, Parker Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer working on Brad Cree in the corner. Cree got it loose, and Tyson Bell will pick it up. On the run here come the Chiefs. This is Ty Logan. Logan back here for Lyle Thompson. Thompson will just hold on to it, wait for some fresh legs to get on. Thompson held on to it. There's a shot by Fennell. Good save by Hutchcraft. And now a quick break up here for Brooklyn. On the run, Mike Byrne passed that one up. So he faked the shot. Found his man, Connor Kiernan. He gets it back to Brady Kiernan.
Simple thing in that transition, BLC transition. Yeah, Ty Logan just kind of getting in the lane, getting his stick up in the air. He couldn't get it. BLC couldn't get that cross pass going.
Connor Kiernan inside, 3 on the shot clock. They got to get it away immediately. They're not going to do it though, and it's going to be Chiefs ball. A couple of extra shoves as Devin Pfeiffer and Tyler Biles get into it. Just for a moment. Larson Sundown looking for some space, trying to find some room. He'll just pass it back as he drew some of the defenders in his way. Fennell back to Sundown. Sundown, 8 on the shot clock. Muscling through is Randy Stotts. Stotts, back pass, trying to find his man Sundown, but can't do it. Thrown up, all the way down the floor it goes, and this is going to be grabbed here by the Chiefs.
This transition. Just looked like a practice.
And Thompson now has it here. Again, 3 goals, 3 helpers, leading the team in scoring right now. Thompson back. Biles. Over for Bomberry. To Thompson. Thompson. Stutter step through, takes the shot. Hutchcraft with the save. And Brooklyn moves it up here. Stretched up here for Kiernan. Kiernan shot, scores as he goes flying into the boards. Brady Kiernan makes it 12-6.
Put on that one, Mark. He just hustled, got into transition, got his feet ready. He was off to the races on that one, and he just buried it. It's really nice. And it's just great transition play right here. They've done a really nice job of creating chances in transition. But like I was saying, the Chiefs defense really trying to get into those lanes. That time, all the lanes in the world were open. Kiernan took advantage and scored on that.
Goal number 2 on the night, goal number 17 on the year for Brady Kiernan. Brooklyn still with some catching up to do, down by 6. And it'll be taken here by the Chiefs. They really closed in on their man right at center. Stotts back. It's Cody Jamieson. Fennell wearing the brace on the left leg. Cody Jamieson in for Stotts. Stotts back to Jamieson. Down low, back pass over, trying to find Sundown. Now Fennell with a shot stopped by Hutchcraft. for some space was McKenzie. He's going to run up the floor. McKenzie will put on the brakes around the defender. McKenzie still with it. Back over to the far side. In for Pfeiffer. Passed it back. Here's Boyden. Boyden had that knocked loose. And Jamison, good job there by the goaltender to get that ball. Lyle Thompson coming back the other way. The Georgia Swarm superstar. Bounce pass back here for Eric Fennell. Fennell, 10 on the shot clock. Thompson out far. LeClaire, shot, stopped by Hutchcraft. And a long pass it goes, intercepted by Lyle Thompson. Back the other way he goes. And the Chiefs, more and more, utilizing the shot clock to their advantage. They are very content to just wind that down all the way to its final seconds. Back pass, Thompson shot, another save by Hutchcraft.
Striking again. They get the opportunity, they're going to try and strike.
Here's Brady Kiernan, he's got 2. Kiernan looking, shooting, stopped by Jamison. Tyson Bell.
Like you said, Mark, they're very content on winding this clock down. They don't want injuries. That's the thing, right? You know what I mean? They're up by 6, 9 to go. You want to keep oh boy.
That's a good play. Bell just can't finish it off.
You want to keep the pedal to the metal.
And they're going to keep the pedal to the metal as Randy Stotts puts another one by the goaltender Hutchcraft.
Randy's got a big smile on his face there, and that one was just in the corner. He almost it looked like he caught him napping again, looking for the pass, but that just eked right in.
Randy with the Hattie.
Here's the replay on that. That's just a great attempt by Tyson Bell, but look at where Randy is. He's like right on the goal line.
Very well known as, the assist machine that he is, rightfully so.
Well, look at you have Sam LeClaire, Tyson Bell, all alone. You know what I mean? If I'm a goaltender, I'm aware of that.
You have to respect those shots.
Well, 9 times out of 10, that pass is coming in. You know what I mean?
But Randy Stotts, his second hat trick of the season.
Shooter's gonna get shooting tonight. Randy Stotts is that shooter.
He's up to 12 goals on this regular season. His 8th game. Of course, coming off a 6-point night a week ago against Peterborough, a goal and 5 helpers. Coming into tonight, Randy Stotts, 4 goals, 11 assists in the 3 games since coming back from San Diego at the World Lacrosse Championships.
He's had a fantastic season.
Yes, he has. Remember, he missed quite a bit of time last season, getting in the full year this time around. And there's going to be a penalty call coming here.
Cole or Thompson, one of them, they're not happy about it. It was just a little bit of physicality, and the bucket just pops right off, and it was an automatic high stick here. And you could see both Thompson and Cole kind of going, oh man, really? That was just kind of a lacrosse play on that one, but with the helmet popping off, 13-6 lead, you're going to get that.
It happens. Brooklyn is going to get another power play here. And 13-6, your score. Here's a shot down low, stopped by Jamison. Trying the quick up, finds Bell. And Bell's gonna run down the clock a bit. Just holding on to it. Short-handed. Getting pestered by Parker Pfeiffer. He just gets it over to Lyle Thompson. 10 on the shot clock. Thompson holding on to it. Thompson looking for some room. That was knocked loose. And then coming back the other way is Jake Stevens. And he's unable to get full possession before the shot clock actually expired the other way. So fresh shot clock on here for Brooklyn.
I love the ferocity on Lyle Thompson. He gets the ball stripped from him, and he hustles over. He almost with a vengeance, he's coming back to try and get that ball back.
He's saying, no, you did not just do that.
That's my ball.
That is my ball. There's a shot stopped. Connor Kieran with the delivery there. Ball is loose underneath, picked up here by Brooklyn. Brady Kieran leaving it back there for Pfeiffer. Kieran back over. Inside shot. That one's closed up on the far side, and Bell's going to come back the other way. Bell, he's got Edwards with him, and Edwards is going to put on the brakes. So does Bell. 25 seconds left in the penalty. 7:30 to go here in this third period. Six Nations up by 7. Bounce pass over. It's Randy Stotts on the far side. Stotts over, shot, scores! Airborne goes Brian Cole, 14-6, Six Nations, a beauty there.
That was just a beaut. Air Cole, you don't usually say that. That's for sure. Brian Cole, though, playing the role of cutter right up the heart. And a beautiful pass, beautiful goal. I was just going to talk about Randy Stotts, Cody Jamieson, and Tyson Bell. They've been in Halifax for the opening of the North American Indigenous Games. Just inspiring the youth there, and just right on cue. And we've got a nice play by Tyson Bell here, and Randy Stotts. But wow, Cole, look at that!
Oh, that is just unbelievable.
And again, you know, we
in and out of the stick too.
Well, and besides the stick work on that one, that was all footwork. Like we talked about Lyle Thompson and how he uses his feet. That stutter step up top by Brian Cole, that was hook, line, and sinker. He got the defender going the other way, and he was all alone on that. It was just beautiful footwork.
Mike Byrne out to the far side for Brady Kiernan. Kiernan still with it, looking for an outlet pass, finds it. Over for Devin Pfeiffer.
We've got ourselves a goaltender change here.
Yes, we do. That shot's going to be stopped by Jamieson.
My nephew Jack, the spotter tonight for us.
Yeah, Garrett Thompson.
Good eyes.
Now in the cage here for Brooklyn. And it's good to get both goaltenders going as we get this late into the season. You never know when you're going to need them when the games matter the most.
He's an AP. DeMood's jersey.
It's going to be picked up here by Brooklyn. Up the floor they go, and losing his footing there. Tripped up is Jack Travasos, and there's going to be a tripping call coming here. And I think it is, yes, it's going to be Cody Jamieson getting the gate as he tripped up Travasos coming up the floor. Or rather, it could be Sam Leclerc. Yeah, it was Sam Leclerc that did that.
Sam Leclerc on the score sheet again.
So Brooklyn, yet another power play here.
I know exactly what Dwayne Jacobs is going to be talking about.
I think so. Discipline, discipline, discipline.
I know exactly what's going to be coming out of his mouth.
Jamieson bounce pass up. Finds Brian Cole, the latest goal scorer here for Six Nations. 90 on the penalty kill. 5:30 to go here in the third. Thompson getting pestered as he just throws it up for Cole. Cole up top. Cole again. Shot stopped by Thompson. This will be brought ahead for Brady Kiernan. Brady Kiernan, 2 goals and a helper tonight. Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer back over. There's a shot stopped by Jamieson. Bounced up, deflected, and now going for a run here is Tim Edwards. Tim Edwards on the breakaway, looking, shooting. What a save by Thompson.
sitting on the bench all day long and coming out with a breakaway like that. That's a beautiful save.
That is never easy. It's back here for Connor Kiernan. He's got it again, the team's leading scorer. Kiernan, back over for Boyden. For Kiernan, back over. Good ball movement here. There's a shot down low, stopped by Jamieson on Devin Pfeiffer. Ball is loose and picked up here by Brooklyn again. A chance in front, shot. And that one is gonna be stopped by Jamieson on Boyden. Boyden with it again. Fresh shot clock here for Brooklyn. Pfeiffer back to the far side for Kerrigan. Kerrigan dancing around, finds some space, finds his man Boyden. Loose ball, though, is going to be picked up, and on the run goes Dalton Silver. Dalton Silver in, scores! 15-6, Six Nations.
It was just a track race, and Dalton Silver, nobody was catching him on that one.
A 9-goal lead for Six Nations with 3:42 remaining, and you have to think, if it wasn't over already, that might be the dagger. Six Nations all over the score sheet here tonight. Six Nations, their season high for goals this season was 16. That came back on June 6th against Brampton. They defeated the Excelsiors 16-7. Or rather, no, they actually beat Brampton 18-7 back on May 25th. That came all the way back in the second game of this regular season. That one was in Brampton. So 18 is their season high, for anybody wondering. Pass back over for Sundown to Thompson. They are putting on an offensive show here tonight with 15 on the board. Backhand pass and finds Sundown. 7 on the shot clock. It's going to be scooped up by Thompson. Jake Stevens trying to get around his man. He does so, and a pick play there. Slow to get up was Connor Kiernan as he felt the boom for Brian Cole.
That's the one thing you want to see out of these teams, or you don't want to see out of these teams. You don't want to see an injury. This one's pretty much a foregone conclusion. You want to kind of, if you're both teams, especially during the stretch, you just want to come out of this one safely. That's the key word. Let's get out of this game safe. Let's play for another game.
Pfeiffer to Kiernan, stopped by Jamieson. Protects it down low.
You can see the frustration in Kiernan there. He thought he had Dougie Jamieson down by the heels, but that big wood stick swallowed the ball up there.
And Connor Kiernan, a goal and a helper tonight. Lowest point performance since June 21st. Usually good for about 4 or 5 points, even 8 points against Coburn back on July 9th, and there's another goal for Six Nations. 16 on the board now for the home side.
It's just a snipe by Larson Sundown. That's a great pass by Eric Fernandez as well. That's just a snipe as feels like they turned off the air conditioner on us with a minute 56 left.
Well, you can feel the heat up here, and you can feel the heat on the floor with all the offense coming from the Chiefs tonight.
The guys in the track can't confirm they did, they said. But just look at the replay here. This is just great ball movement. Sundown all alone again.
Got it over Thompson.
And you give a guy like Larson Sundown that kind of space, he's just going to put it over his shoulder. Nothing Thompson could have done with that.
Larson Sundown. 2 goals and 3 helpers tonight, so 5.9 for Sundown. 16 again on the board here for Six Nations. Sundown with his 12th goal of the year. Moving the ball around here, 10 seconds on the shot clock. That is Eric Fennell, up by 10. Fennell trying to move through, one-handing, can't do it. Shot clock's going to expire. Brooklyn will move the ball up here with 90 seconds remaining. Again, Brooklyn, 3 games left after tonight. Oh no, it is 4 games. 3 games after tonight for Six Nations. That ball's going to be thrown into the far corner. Picked up here by Luke Pilcher. Or rather, no, it was picked up by number 22, Dave Brock for Six Nations. Pilcher went in on the hack, couldn't get it loose. Again, Six Nations, they have a road game this week in Peterborough to take on the Lakers on Thursday.
Should be a dandy.
Should be a dandy indeed. Set your PVRs for that one. Sorry, buddy Pete Galladay will have the call on that Thursday night affair.
And
Scott Arnold. Quite the duo up in the Lift Lock City. It's going to be picked up by Brooklyn. 32 seconds remaining.
Got some new carpet over there.
They do.
It was green. It was green.
Yes, it was.
Green.
Thrown inside, backhand shot. Stopped by Jamieson. As he denied Parker Pfeiffer. That'll be thrown up the floor. This is Brad Cree. 10 left in this one. Well, Six Nations is going to move to 11-2 on the year. Brooklyn can't catch them officially now in the major series lacrosse standings. Six Nations, all they have to worry about now is just keep on winning. They control their own destiny in the final few games to try and clinch first place in the major series lacrosse standings. Final score here, 16-6, Six Nations over the Brooklin Lacrosse Club. Brooklyn falls to 500, 6-6 on the year, 12 points in 3rd place. Again, Six Nations in Peterborough on Thursday. That's an 8 o'clock start time. We will be back here 7 days from now. It'll be the home regular season finale for the Chiefs when the Coburg Kodiaks come to town. They'll do it all over again a few days after that on Sunday the 30th in Coburg to wrap up the regular season. Brooklyn, they get Coburg coming up tomorrow. A quick turnaround for the Brooklyn Lacrosse Club, who again fall 16-6 as they drop 2 straight. Six Nations, meantime, they have now won 4 straight.
That game's going to be on Rogers, Durham tomorrow.
Yes, it will. Well, we thank you for joining us here on Rogers TV tonight. For Daryl, for everybody in the truck, for all the camera people, and everybody putting us on the air tonight, my name is Mark Perry, saying so long from the ILA. We'll see you next week here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena.